Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Drip Strick podcast. Thank y'all so much for joining. Today I got my boy Jacob. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic, dude. I'm doing fantastic,
Uh,
man.
I'm very glad to hear that. I myself am also doing very good. And man, there was some big, big news. Big news on Sunday.
Huge
Bryan
news.
Bryan Harsin fired as Auburn head coach.
Auburn fans rejoice around the world, man. This
Crazy.
is it's a great day to be an Auburn Tiger.
That is crazy,
Um,
man.
Harsin finished his coaching career at Auburn with a 9-12 record. And this is one of the like worst experiments, and honestly, like I would say college football history. The Bryan Harsin experiment, hiring some random coach from Boise State, and did not pay off. She was fired, I believe, 2 days ago.
Mhm.
Um, and we also just picked up, forgot his name, John Cohen for
Yep.
our athletic director. It was made official yesterday.
I
Um,
mean, I'm gonna just butt in at that statement on Sunday. Let me tell you, I was Sunday. When it was it? Saturday. It was Saturday.
yeah,
Mississippi State had a bye week. I was feeling good. I was like, "There's nothing bad. We can't lose on a bye week." I was feeling good. I'm at work. I go on lunch. I check Twitter, and we freaking lost our athletic director, bro. And I almost fell to my knees, dude. I almost fell to my knees. I was so distraught. Like, how could we take an L during a bye week? I don't understand it. But y'all got a good guy. Y'all got a really good guy. He brought us a championship in 2021. Uh, he had a few bad hires, but I mean, other than that, I mean, he's been solid. He was our baseball coach until I believe 2016, 2017. Because yeah, it was
yeah.
it was when Scott Strickland left to go to Florida with Dan Mullen. John Cohen came in. He was a baseball coach, but he came in. He's done a fantastic job. And hey, hopefully he can bring Kiffin in. Because dude, that would be the ultimate
Dude,
power play. That's the only
that
way
would
I
be
would forgive him.
huge.
If he
That would be
pulled in
huge.
Kiffin, dude, that would be crazy. Mississippi State AD goes to Auburn and gets Ole Miss's coach. That would be
That would be that.
crazy.
Look, look. Right now, Auburn. They need to be on the phone with Lane Kiffin right now, offering him
Yes.
just a buttload of money. Um, really, this is we have pretty much Auburn has pretty much everything that Lane Kiffin wants. He has more freedom. He'll have more freedom at Auburn. More NIL opportunities, which will make recruiting easier.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't think it'll happen. I really think it's a possibility. I think it's realistic that he could leave Ole Miss to come to Auburn.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people are saying if he comes to Auburn, that basically means he's out of the running for the Alabama head coaching job when Nick Saban leaves.
Sure.
Um, that's pretty much certain. If he does come to Auburn, then that's done. But right now, if you're Auburn, you're gonna look at Lane Kiffin. You're gonna look at Hugh Freeze. You're gonna look at Deion Sanders, which I'm not excited about, which I'll talk about in a second. And you're gonna look at what's his name? Lane Kiffin, Hugh Freeze, Deion Sanders, and there's some. Oh, Matt Rule. Matt Rule from Baylor recently coached at the Carolina Panthers. Did
Yep.
not do good in the NFL. He's more of a college coach kind of guy. Um, as an Auburn fan myself, I would prefer to either have Matt Rule or Lane Kiffin. Matt Rule just for the recruiting. He's a really good recruiter. He built that Baylor program up from the ground, basically. Made them a really good team. Lane Kiffin, just an offensive mastermind, quarterback whisperer. But Deion Sanders, the only reason I'm not excited about Deion Sanders is I need to see him on a play coach on a higher team than Jackson State. I don't want him to jump from SES to FBS to an SEC team
Yeah.
just like that. And also, he wants the Florida State job. So if Florida State has a down year next year, they're certainly going to fire their head coach. Um, and that means Dion will go for that job um, instead of the Auburn job. And the last thing Auburn wants to do is be in the coaching search in 2 years from now again.
Yeah, for sure.
So, so that's my opinion on the coaching situation at Auburn. Cadillac Williams, Auburn running back legend, and our running back coach is the interim head coach.
Yeah,
And
I saw that.
I think we have Freed or something, Our offensive line coach will be calling the plays. Not excited about that.
That's crazy.
He better be packing his things, getting ready to leave at the end of the season. I don't be real. I don't think we're gonna make a bowl game. I'm gonna be just honest here. I don't think we'll make a
Y'all
bowl
have
game.
3 wins right now?
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think we
It's
win
gonna
another
be
game this year. Actually, no. We'll win the game before Alabama. I think it's Western Kentucky.
okay.
But I feel like that's gonna be really close for no reason.
Shoot. Okay. I mean, you never know. But the odds came out today to be Auburn's head coach. Number 1's Hugh Freeze. Number 2 is Lane Kiffin, and number 3 is Deion Sanders. But yeah, Matt Rule's also there. Mark Stoops is also there. Matt Campbell, Mike Gundy, Jeff Grimes, and Urban Meyer. There's a 25 to
Oh,
1%
please
chance.
no.
That's last Urban Meyer.
Please
That would be
no.
crazy. That would
That
be
would
so
be
funny.
so bad.
That would be hilarious.
That would be such an Auburn thing to do.
Yeah,
Hire,
that'd be great.
bro. That'd be so bad.
But yeah, do you want to get back into recaps? Recaps for this
Yeah.
week. Let's go.
So we're gonna start off with number 2, Ohio State, at number 13, Penn State. Ohio State played really good, per usual. Sean Clifford looked like good old fashioned Sean Clifford. He threw 3 interceptions.
Mm.
Who's the Ohio State player? He had like an interception, 2 sacks. He went crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw
Defensive
that.
player.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I saw that. Was crazy.
I don't know. He put up some crazy numbers.
Yeah, that was wild.
But look, I'm telling you, Sean Clifford. I don't know if he has another year of eligibility, but if this is his last year, bro, you will never see him touch a football again. That dude, he is horrible. He's been at Penn State for like 5 or 6 years. I have no idea. He's been there for
Yeah,
so
I
long,
swear.
and he hasn't like developed at all. Like he's the same quarterback he was like 3 years ago. But yeah, Penn State. Once you get a new quarterback, you got sitting behind Sean Clifford. You got Drew Aller. I think he was a 5-star.
Dang.
Just waiting to play. I think once he gets in, he starts playing. I think that's when you'll start actually being good. But that's Penn State's biggest problem right now is a quarterback. Ohio State 8-0 right now. They're a really good, well-rounded team.
Yeah.
Definitely a playoff team. Definitely a playoff contender. I'm excited to see them and Michigan play.
Yeah.
Because that's going to decide
That's gonna be nuts.
which one of those two goes to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a situation where they both go to the playoffs. It's just one, and it's going to come down to that game.
Yeah, 100%. That's gonna be a huge game. I mean, Ohio State had 28 in the fourth because I mean Penn State was holding it down. They had a chance to win. They had multiple chances to win, but yeah, that Ohio State got super duper hot in the fourth quarter. They had all the momentum, especially like the second half of the fourth quarter. And C.J. Stroud did his thing, even though he only threw 1 touchdown, but he did his thing. They got Travion Henderson. He had a great game. And yeah, I mean they just 28 points in the fourth quarter. It's hard to lose to a team that's doing
crazy.
that, especially you're at home. You're at Penn State. And still, but I mean, Penn State had a lot of opportunities, but they couldn't close it out. And Ohio State, man, still undefeated. That was a good win for them.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to Michigan State at number 4, Michigan. Michigan won this game 29-7, and they were just all over Michigan State. J.J. McCarthy went 15 for 25, 167 passing yards and a touchdown. But what really carried this Michigan offense was Blake Corum. He's been doing it all season. He had 33 carries. 33 carries.
Jeez.
177 yards and 1 touchdown. Peyton Thorne he hasn't like gotten any better since last year. He's just kind of like plateaued and stayed there. Same situation with Sean Clifford.
Yeah.
He went 17 for 30, 215 on the air, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, Michigan could not get anything going on offense. Michigan State could not get anything going on offense, and Michigan just dominated this game.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, man, Michigan State 3-5. That's rough. That's really
Horrible.
rough. But JJ McCarthy got it going. He played good. He's played very consistent, and I've been surprised by that. But such a young guy, he's been super consistent. Hasn't really turned the ball over a whole lot. But yeah, Blake Corum, dude, I think he's the best running back in the league.
Oh yeah.
I'd say it's him, Deuce Vaughn, and then Bijan Robinson. That's my top three. But I say Blake Corum's number one. He's unbelievable. It doesn't matter what defense he's playing. He's unfreaking believable. And they won. They won in high fashion. They won. I mean, only let Michigan State score 7 points. So shout out to Michigan. That's I know it's a big rivalry game, but man, it didn't look like a rivalry game on Saturday because man, they put the smackdown on
The biggest fight Michigan State was after the
them.
game.
That's facts. That's facts.
Um,
That's the real rivalry.
they all ganged up on like a Michigan player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think there's actually gonna be like, um, they're gonna press charges and stuff against those players.
Yeah, like the family said they announced
really,
they were.
really sucks for Michigan State, as they're just falling apart over there, man. They're stuck with their not great head coach.
Yeah.
Because he has that. They overpaid the mess out of him. They overpaid him. But
100%.
anyways, we're going to number 19, Kentucky at number 3, Tennessee.
Okay.
This was not even close. Tennessee exposed the fraud named Will Levis.
About time.
You have no idea how excited this made me because people all over Twitter were like, "Man, Will Levis is not that good," and I was like, "We've been saying this. The Dripp Strick podcast has been saying Will Levis is not a good quarterback. He didn't even get 100 passing yards. No, he had 98 passing yards.
Dang. That's
3 interceptions,
crazy.
no touchdowns.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's ridiculous. I mean, you cannot tell me Will Levis is better than like Bo Nix. You cannot tell me he's better than Adrian Martinez at Kansas State. You cannot tell me he's a top 5 draft pick. You can't even tell me he's a first rounder.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you can't even tell me he's a second round pick. I mean, he's not good, and I'm glad people are starting to realize that. He also had negative 22 rushing yards, by the way.
Dude, that's unbelievable. That's crazy. I'm so glad he got exposed, man. It's about dang time.
Me too. But this was Hendon Hooker masterclass. Tennessee, best team in the country right now, according to the college football playoff rankings, which we'll talk about later in the episode. 3 passing touchdowns, 245 in the air. This Tennessee team is hot. They're well rounded. They'll beat you in the air. They'll beat you on the ground. I mean, they're I'd say that for 100% they're the best team in the country.
Okay. That's a good take, dude. Yeah, they exposed Will Levis. It's about time. Brought a smile to my face. Because, I mean, the Tennessee defense, they're not even a top 25 defense. And they still did that to Will Levis, who's all of a sudden the first-round pick. One of them going to be like a top 10 pick, bro.
Shoot down that hype.
Yes, argue a wall, man. He's he's just not that good. And 98 yards? What? I mean, Tennessee's not even a top 25 defense. They're not even a legit defense. Obviously, they're a great team. Don't get me wrong, one of the best teams. But I'm telling you, defensively wise, Will Levis, man, he should be putting up big numbers. Bryce Young put up unbelievable numbers against Tennessee. Yes, they lost, but unbelievable numbers still. They dropped, I think, like 49 points against Tennessee defense. And you're telling me Will Levis is up there with Bryce Young? Dude, give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Tennessee. Hendon Hooker he's so good. He's an old man, but he's unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's so good, and great game.
That's why he's not gonna he's not gonna be the first overall pick just because of his age.
Yeah.
Age is a big turnoff for NFL teams, but the weak point on this Tennessee team is their DBs. That is their weakest position.
Yeah.
Is their DBs, and Will Levis did not even hit 100 yards passing.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. I just the hype's got to stop.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to number 10, Wake Forest at Louisville, and this game hurt my soul.
Yes.
Sam Hartman did not play good. 3 interceptions. I think he had a couple of fumbles too. I think he had he had 6 turnovers total, 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles.
Jeez.
Horrible game by him. I mean, Louisville scored 35 points in the third quarter.
Dang.
As much as I hate to say this, hashtag unranked Wake Forest.
Bruh.
They're not as good as we thought.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. They have now 2 losses, one against Clemson. And I was saying, they're good ranked just because, I mean, Clemson was a great team. They're still a great team. So, I mean, and that was their only loss. But, man, this week, It was bad, man. Sam Hartman couldn't get anything going. 6 turnovers. That's wild. That's so wild, man. I mean,
Mm-mm.
and then having Louisville play like that. I mean, Louisville, who hadn't been very good all season. Malik Cunningham had a pretty good game. I mean, man, that's rough. That's
It
very
is
rough.
very very rough.
Man, I hate to see it. I hate to see it.
It was unfortunate. Look, Braden Smith threw a touchdown pass. One of their wide receivers touchdown pass, 28 yards.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that Will Levis is better than Braden Smith.
Hey, that's facts. He had more touchdowns on Saturday than Will Levis did.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that's hashtag real. Next we're going to a game that really shocked everybody. Number 9 Oklahoma State at number 22
Oh my
Kansas State.
gosh.
Oklahoma State, one of their worst losses I'd say in program history. They lost 48-0. They didn't even score a single point. Um, it was horrible. There's a video. I think they benched Spencer Sanders or he got hurt. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
they
I'm pretty
took him
sure.
out. They benched him.
Yeah, he didn't play good. They put in Gunnar Gundy. I believe
Legend.
he's the son of Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
But there's a video of him. He's in the shotgun, and it's like a close up of him, and he's like trembling. He's like his hands are shaking. You could just tell he's scared.
Yeah. It's like I mean these players
Um,
are humans too. It's like crazy to think of it. Like I saw a post that said that like man, it's like everybody's human. Like you got like
yeah,
60,000, 70,000 watching you play, and then the millions watching at home. I mean that's just
it's
unbelievable
crazy.
pressure. And like you gotta like we don't even think about it when we're on TV, but like it's real. Like it's real for these athletes.
Yeah,
They
it's a
got to
real
go
thing.
through this, and it's just man, it's tough for him. Poor guy.
Um, Deuce Vaughn had a Deuce Vaughn game,
Man,
man.
this guy,
22
dude.
carries, 158 rushing yards, and a touchdown. His longest run was 62 yards. Deuce Vaughn masterclass. You cannot tell me that Will Levis is better than Deuce Vaughn. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's true. Dude, I've loved me some Deuce Vaughn. I mentioned him literally, I think the first podcast. Check the statistics. I mentioned him first podcast. Deuce Vaughn is special,
He is.
and like I said, I got him at the second best running back in the league. And dude, I'm very opinionated. I picked Oklahoma State to win, and I was dead wrong, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they have their backup quarterback playing. Adrian Martinez didn't play, and Deuce Vaughn still does that. Are you serious? Their backup threw 4 touchdowns, 0 picks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Unbelievable. And they're playing Texas on Saturday, I'm pretty sure, or the next week. That's gonna
Ooh,
be a great game.
that's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. I mean, that's
This
48
is
to
crazy.
0. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm sorry,
Hashtag
Oklahoma
unranked
State. Come
Oklahoma
on,
State.
come on, man.
It's just horrible.
Yeah, that's
It's
sad.
horrible. Next we're going to number 15, Ole Miss at Texas A&M. This was actually a lot closer than people think. The final score was 31-28. Ole Miss won. But the highlight of this game, obviously Jackson Dart had a good game. They decided to stick with the run. Only 20 pass attempts, but he had 140 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Um, Quinshawn Judkins, had
Mhm.
34 carries, 205 yards, and a touchdown
Yeah, he's
on the
so good.
ground. That's crazy. But Texas A&M, I think they found their quarterback of the future. They might have lost, but Connor Wegman, I think that's how you say his name,
Yeah,
threw 338 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Um, I think that's better stats than what's their name? Max Johnson and Hayes King have put up in a single game all year, and it was against a pretty good Ole Miss team. So I better not see Max Johnson or Hayes King start another game at Texas A&M.
yeah,
I think Connor Wegman is the guy from here on out.
yeah, 100%. Man, I mean that was a big game. He got his first ever collegiate start, and that was a big game against a top 10 team, or they might not be top 10 team ever since they got smacked by LSU. But I mean to come in with that big pressure and deliver like that, he played a great game. He put him in a situation to win the game. They just couldn't pull it out late. But I mean, dude, they found their guy. He's a 5-star too. It's not like he's some random like walk on. But I mean,
Yeah.
he's a 5-star. But yeah, he did his thing. Like he did his thing, and they found their guy for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Next we're going to, unfortunately, the Dripp Strick podcast curse has gotten its next victim. We're very sad to say that Notre Dame demolished our Syracuse Orange, 41-24. Garrett Schrader had the worst game of his career, 5 for 14 passing, or completions. Five completions, 14 attempts, 35 passing yards, one passing touchdown, one interception,
Jeez.
a 12.3 QBR. It's just depressing. They started the game off with a pick six. The first play of the game was a pick six for Notre Dame.
Dang.
And after that, they just couldn't get anything going. Garrett Schrader got benched, and Carlos Del Rio Wilson
What a
came into
name.
the game. I mean,
What a
that's a
name.
really long name. Um, but I mean, he came in. He didn't do great either. He went 11 for 22, 190 passing yards, a passing touchdown, and an interception. And Sean Tucker did not have his greatest day either.
Mm.
He didn't put up bad numbers, but he's had better games. 16 carries, 60 yards, one touchdown. And just from the start, Notre Dame just had the advantage the whole game. They had the momentum the whole game, and Syracuse just could not get back in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. This game made me sad, man. Garrett Schrader. Hopefully he continues to start. There's no way they bench him. Like. Hopefully they don't start Del Rio Wilson next Saturday. There's no way. Got. Everybody has one bad game.
Yeah,
Garrett
yeah.
Schrader had it today. It's okay. I mean, man, that Notre Dame defense, they look good. They look really good. Obviously, they're 5-3 right now, but dang, Syracuse, man, I hate it. I really
It
do hate
hurts,
it.
man. It
It,
hurts.
it hurts a lot. And Garrett Schrader, I'm sorry. The Drip Strick podcast did it to you. The curse. The
We're
curse is
sorry.
real. But like, what are the odds he has that bad of a game? Are you
I know,
serious?
dude.
That's
We talked
crazy.
so good about them for weeks, and then that happens. I
Man,
mean,
it's
it's a
unfortunate.
it's a real thing. If y'all don't think it's a real thing, just look at that.
I know, that's all I got,
Um,
bro. That's crazy.
and I think that's all the games that I had on my list to go over.
Okay. I want to talk about one more game. One more game that I almost forgot about. It just hit me just now. I want to talk about one more game. It's a game we didn't talk about, which I like talking about USC.
Oh
I
my
like
gosh.
talking about USC, but there's another team I like talking about. And they almost pulled off the upset and beat USC. And I was about to go crazy if they did. They were winning for some of the game. And that is Jaden
Oh
Delores,
no,
Arizona Wildcats.
no,
He had a
no,
statement victory, man. 3 touchdowns against
no.
a USC defense, a top 10 USC team. He had a statement game. He played incredible. He had 54 rushing yards just to add on. Man, he had a heck of a game. And he almost had the upset. And I would have been going crazy if he did. I just wanted to point it out. USC did come up victorious. Caleb Williams had 5 touchdowns, 0 picks, so he played great too. But man, that was close. That was close. I was about to be so hyped that was close.
Arizona has definitely taken a huge step forward.
Yes,
From
big
last
time,
year. Last year,
big
I mean,
time.
last year they were holding midseason tryouts and everything. I mean,
Yeah,
they were horrible last year. They've definitely taken a huge step forward.
yeah, good for them.
Arizona has a bright future.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Um, and if you want, we could do this now. We can talk about it in the next episode. But the college football playoff rankings just came out.
Let's talk about him now. Let's talk about him now. I'm down.
We're gonna start from 25 and go all the way to 1. Number 25 is UCF. I think that's good.
Yeah, they need
Good
to.
ranking.
They need
It's
to.
about time UCF gets ranked. Number 24 is Texas. Number 23, Oregon State. By the way, they're 6-2. I had no idea that they were 6-2.
Oh yeah, they're a sleeper team. That's crazy. I didn't either.
Number 22 is NC State. Number 21 is Wake Forest. I don't. As much as I love Wake Forest, I don't know if they're. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't
crazy.
know. I'm not sure about them yet. Number 20, Syracuse. Number 19, Tulane. Tulane has had an under the radar season, by the way.
Yeah.
7-1. They're currently 7-1.
And their only loss was, I think, Ole Miss. I think it was Ole Miss. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
I think they lost to Ole Miss.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out to them.
Number 18 is Oklahoma State. Number 17 is North Carolina. North Carolina is by the way is 7-1. Their quarterback Drake May is having an unbelievable season.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
He threw 5 passing touchdowns last week.
Dang.
He's putting up some insane numbers. And another team that's having an under the radar under the radar season is Illinois. They're ranked 16th.
Yeah,
They're currently 7-1 right now.
they've been playing well, very well.
Number 15 is Penn State. Um, number 14 is Utah. Number 13 is Kansas State. I think they should be a little higher after what happened
Yeah,
the last weekend. I'm not sure. Number 12 is UCLA. I think their only loss. Who did they lose to? They lost to Oregon, right?
you
Yeah,
see it. Yeah,
they lost to Oregon. They're having a really good season. Number 11 is Ole Miss. They're currently 8-1. Only loss is to LSU, which is number 10. LSU is number 10. I think that's a good ranking. Ever since, so they lost week 1 to Florida State, which, by the way, Florida State fell off
yeah,
so hard.
bad.
They fell off so hard.
Yeah,
They lost to Florida State, and then they lost to Tennessee, which is the best team in the country right now.
yeah,
But ever since that Tennessee game, they've just been hot, man. They demolished Ole Miss. They've just been running through opponents, and don't be surprised to see an upset this coming weekend when they play Alabama.
hot take, but hey, I like it. I like it.
Number 9 is USC. Number 8 is Oregon. Oregon's ever since week 1 when they lost to Georgia, they've turned it around. Bo Nix has
Yeah.
had an incredible season,
For
best
real.
season of his career so far.
For real.
They're just having a great season so far. Number 7 is TCU. TCU is currently undefeated, having one of their better seasons in a while. I can't remember when, but like when I was getting into college football and stuff when I was younger, I remember TCU was like it was like they were like ranked second at some point.
Yeah, with
They were crazy.
Trevon Boykin or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
He was very
Boykin.
good.
Number 6 is Alabama. Number 5 is Michigan, which I don't agree with. I think they should be number 4. I don't think Clemson should be in, but Clemson is most likely going to win out, which means they'll probably make it anyways. I don't think Clemson is a playoff team.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Georgia. Number 2 is Ohio State. And number 1 is Tennessee. I agree with the Tennessee ranking. I put Georgia in front of Ohio State, honestly.
Okay.
And then I put Michigan in front of Clemson.
Michigan in front. Okay. Yeah, I like that too. I like that. Yeah, I think that's good. I feel like the top 25 is good. It's not nothing too crazy, nothing too outlandish. It's solid.
There's nothing crazy yet.
Yeah.
We'll probably see some crazier things happen later on in the season. But that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
Nah, that is all I got for this episode. Thank y'all so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, do everything you need to. Thank y'all so much for enjoying the podcast, watching the podcast. It means so much to us. And I'll see y'all guys in the next one. See ya.